should hopefully yeah, we got power now, so that's good. Just want to see if the mixer will come on, which it should.
This is no crowd mic either, is it? Like sound effects mic. Well, hello and welcome to the Country Championships, the 2022. Apologies for the lack of audio last 15 or so minutes, just having a few technical issues with the generator, but we should all be good to go again. We are indeed confirmed. So this match is the mixed seniors division here between the Albury All-Stars and the Gunnedah Goannas, and so far a very dominant display from the Goannas, but Albury are looking to go in for their first, but it's been left behind there. Stevens had the line wide open, waiting for their first try of the match, but instead remains at 4-0. A very good performance so far from the bulk of the Goannas players, as Woodhouse comes off the right foot. Now overlapping down the short side and just trying to get a few extra players pushing forward as they head towards that substitutions box. Played about 8 metres away from halfway. Dummy comes up and then linking in before Stevens affects the touch. Now Mackay. Last play now. Whitney. Short ball. Oh, beautiful evasive technique there. Mooney has made them pay once more. And at the moment, it is an avalanche of tries in favour of the Goannas, 5-0. So a big start to this match for the gang from Gunnedah. Plenty of work to do for the All-Stars. Back underway here as they touch it off and head towards Stevens. Rolls it back. Purse Semple hopping in and acting half and now receiving it back once more from Goman. Comes wider still now to Andrew Stevens. Caught on the inside. Back to Stevens here. Slowing things down and links up with Shelby Sands. Goman. Stevens. Beautiful roll ball. Goman for the line. Was that played at? Yes, it certainly was. This is Whitney who put the touch on. Played at the ball, knocking it down. So another set to play with here for the Albury All-Stars. Stevens. Goman now in at acting half. Stevens and Goman just slowing things down through the middle. Now it comes out to Kate Stevens. They get a strike dump here. Quick ball out wide. Great cover defence coming across though and getting the touch on Purse Semple. Couldn't go anywhere. It was a lovely play from Tom Mackay, who crabbed across field. Goman, back to Stevens. This time they exploit it beautifully. I think she's managed to do enough to avoid the touch of Mackay. Yes, certainly the case. The All-Stars are in for their first try, and it comes through Louise Purse Semple. 5 tries to 1. Plenty of work to do, but still early on in this fixture. Been a red-hot start from the team in red, Gunnedah Goannas. Referee gets us back underway as the touch comes from Peter Joseph. He's caught about 8 metres into enemy territory. Touch comes up there from Mackenzie. Slowing things down here with Brady. Brady back to Joseph. Joseph picks up another 5 or so. Nice strike dump. Here comes Brady now into the backfield. Evades the defence. Beautiful cutout pass. Caught with aplomb above the head and then put down right into the turf there from James Perrott. It's a great try from the Gunnedah Goannas, their 6th of the match. Great turn of pace on display there from Paul Brady. Picked a beautiful time to run. Went straight at some of those offside markers. Approaching that halfway point in this match now, about 13 gone on the clock. Goman. Back to the middle they come now. Mackenzie straightens things. Quick little pick up here as Goman gets further towards that try line. Oh, thought that could have gone either way for potentially having a loose foot in the ruck, but not ruled as such. I said play on for Mooney, despite being involved in that play the ball. So they head towards their subs box. Bit of a slow transition though. They take a while to get back out there. Centre of the field now, and off the left foot comes Perrott, who just scored that try. Perrott opening them up, evades another touch. Perrott with a clean set of heels, nearly got away from them. He'll now play it about 10 metres away. Numbers back towards the middle. Brady delivers early for Mackay. Mackay trying to use his pace and get around them. Back to Brady. Flicked on to Brady. Oh, it's the Brady bunch. And here's the story of a lovely try. And they go in again here, the Gunnedah Goannas, 7 tries to 1. In fact, they've called it back. So it would have been quite spectacular. I think they've ruled touch pass at the death there. Flat ball coming out from Mackenzie, and now hops into acting half as they pick up further metres here through Stevens. Last play now, Mackenzie out to Goman. Goman the in and away. Goman still marching upfield, but Mackay once more came up with a very important touch. Mackay to Brady. And now working through Perrott. Brady once more heads towards the interchange area, tries to get away from the touch of the All-Stars defender in that link position. Mackenzie steps up and makes it. Flat at the line. Now Woodhouse drives forward. They want to get the quick touch on. The tip looking to find the winger went forward. Probably would have been called a touch pass anyway. Stevens drives upfield now. A little bit slow to begin this set here. Mackenzie might try and step things up now. Doesn't quite get the strike dump though. Goman. Stevens is then caught from Mooney. Back to the mark she comes. And of course, such a crucial part of touch footy is getting that quick play the ball right on the mark so you can keep the momentum pushing forward. Mackenzie does exactly that. Now Goman off the left foot. Goman holds it for an eternity. Great hands on display from Perth Semple. Really good defence tracking across from Simone Brady. Nowhere to go, but took it with the one mitt. Reeled it in beautifully. So they come to the middle of the field. Costello. Easy metres on offer for her. Mackenzie threatened to come forward and put on the touch. Good step from Mooney. Picked up another 5 metres. Up over halfway they come now. The Goannas, very sloppy play the ball. That's allowed to continue here. Joseph drops it off. Brady now on the last. Mackay, probably the quickest out there. What can he conjure up? He looks to offer the wraparound here. Mackay popping a pass late for Brady. But it's a touch pass. So 7 metres away is where the changeover will happen here for the All-Stars. Mackay comes in with the touch. Purse Semple. Upfield she marches now. Goman. Good metres about this set so far. Goman navigating a short side. Purse Semple calling players back underneath. Finds one in the support of Andrew Stevens. Still live here, Stevens. Last play, gets the strike dump. Here is Goman. Stevens in support. An attempted intercept there from Joseph. Not reeled in, so another set to play with. And they'll start this one from 7 metres out. Kelly Gomans. Scott back towards the middle. Now for Sands. Gomans drops it down. Sands again. Slows it up as Brady pushes forward to put on the pressure. Stevens at the line. The cutout pass comes. The width is held beautifully in defence from the Goannas. No option to slither down a short side. Stevens fires a long ball back in there. Mackay was out quickly though and shut it down. Nobody waiting at acting half. Purse Semple was coming a long way in from the link position to try and get there. And that's a real breakdown of communication on the last play. So changeover here in favour of the Goannas. Joseph to Brady, promoting it further from left to right. Dummy comes in, but it doesn't fool anyone. Brady, away from the first touch, picks up another 5 metres, and that is an absolute shocker out of dummy half. That ball will keep rolling all the way, hopefully, until the earth swallows it up. Such was the quality of it. So changeover to come. And now the All-Stars have pretty good field position here, but they still trail by a great deal. 6 tries to 1 on the scoreboard. Gomans sends it wide now to Stevens. Purse Semple to Gomans once more. Purse Semple out to Andrew Stevens. This is a bit more expansive now from Albury. Here is Stevens getting off the right foot, got away from the first attempted touch. Ball back towards Purse Semple. Gets to ground pretty quick, but the touch is affected, I believe. No, they're going to call to ground first, so Purse Semple has a second. She's tracked all the way across field, coming in from that far right-hand side, and it's reaped dividends for her. With about 10 minutes left, they might not be done just yet here, the All-Stars. They trail by 4. Tries have been hard to come by for the Albury side. That might give them just a little bit of hope, though. Mooney, then Brady and Costello. Working here with Simone Brady. Costello again in at acting half, and now on to Paul Brady. Options out wide, but Mooney turns it back towards the middle. Nice little roll ball as well. Mooney holds it up for an eternity. Beautiful pass from left to right, right into the waiting hands of Jess Slade. And that makes it 7 tries to 2. A well-worked option through the middle, just creating a bit of space out towards the commentary side of the ground. And the Goannas back into cruise control. Just a slight little blip on the radar, that previous try from the All-Stars. Sands comes upfield. Woodhouse is there to meet her. Mackenzie, good pressure coming in from Mackay. He's been very energetic all match. Goman back to Mackenzie. Goman will slow things down. Such a hard middle defence to break down this Goannas side. There's plenty of energetic players in the form of Joseph. And of course also the likes of Mackay with that great speed of his, and Woodhouse has been a man-mountain in that link position in defence. Here he is now at acting half as the changeover comes. Joseph caught there from Mackenzie. Woodhouse from left to right. Mackay trying to use his pace. Does manage to get a little overlap occurring. Won't take full advantage of it though. They did recover enough there, the All-Stars. Simone Brady up off the left foot and over halfway. Brady. Wider still now to Whitney, back on the inside of Paul Brady, wrapping around now is Perrott. Perrott hit it at pace, but unfortunately couldn't reel it in. Last play, so not a huge error. There was trouble looming there for Albury. So they'll play it now here for Mackenzie. Up they come as the touch is made from Paul Brady. Long ball wide, Perth Semple once more does a great job to keep the width. Drops it off directly on that halfway line. Sands in at acting half. Straighten from Mackenzie. Goman. Out now to Kate Stevens. Picked up from Goman once more. Long ball comes across. Unfortunately, though, in between Link and the wing. It's another changeover to come here. They're at least trying to ask a few questions here, the Albury All-Stars. Unfortunately for them, the Goannas have got plenty of answers in defence. It's Brady. Steps off the left foot. Another jinking run. And perhaps tried to bite off a little more than he could chew. Not a great pass at the death. A changeover to come here for Albury. Goman shifts it on nice and quick here. Mackenzie, for some reason, pointing at the grass directly in front of himself. Now the dummy comes for Sands. He picks up some easy meters there. Sands again, now slowing things down, wants to go back to that 7 metre mark. Goman into the in goal. Oh, he's delivered it straight into the waiting hands of the opposition. Change over there on the intercept. That'll, of course, be a zero touch as Woodhouse puts the foot down. Nearly got away from Mackenzie, and unfortunately he was acting half, so change over. He saw the opportunity. It was an all or nothing play, and he hasn't got the result he would have liked. Good news for him, of course, is that still a healthy margin so that he can indeed try such a thing. Stevens. Now Perth Semple. Close to a touch pass, but got it away just in time. Nice strike dump there as well from Mackenzie, but he stepped a little too far forward. And there was nothing Perth Semple could do with the ball. No support. He kept driving towards the try line himself. Ultimately overran the play. Mackay shifting it on now to Brady. Short ball. Here is Paul Brady straightening things. Now Simone comes for a little run. Off the left foot, but watchful defence there from Gomans. Here's Paul Brady. Back toward the middle. Last play out of acting half he comes. Oh, the quick tip on was attempted. Jamming in off the wing. Nice defence. Jess Slade had been isolated out there. Clear passage to the line was on offer. They will get another set to play with here. Mooney drops it off. Perrott caught about 10 metres away from the try line. Mooney once more happy to slow things down. As is Brady. Mackenzie and Gomans slowly getting up there. Mackenzie makes the touch. Nice little wrap-around play here. Perrott at pace. Good cover defence, though, from Mackenzie. Back to the 7 metre mark. They'll be marched. Simone Brady out of acting half. Has to get rid of it. Did so very late in the piece. Perrott turned away. Mooney drops it off here for Paul Brady. All the patience in the world at the moment from Gunnedah. Now they launch the strike dump. They try to find an opportunity back towards Brady. Touchdown once more here from Stevens. So another set to play with. How much longer can this defensive line withstand? There are hands on hips, hands on knees in the case of Mackenzie. It's been relentless, this assault from the Goannas. And Brady is happy to head almost all the way to the sideline so they can try and jam them into a corner before unleashing on a wider passage. However, it's a touch pass and that will be a changeover. So they've done well to survive there, the All-Stars. So they spread it nice and quick and pick up some extra metres through Stevens. Still operating now down a short side. Trying to run at some offside players. Back towards Andrew Stevens off the left foot. As the hat is flung away there from Goman. Scott Plays it right on halfway. Stevens overran it. Scott, quick hands and fires it across. Now hopping in out of acting half. Stevens. Off the right foot, the touch comes in there from Perrott. Last play now. They haven't worked the strike dump. This will be hard to conjure up anything. Off the right foot again comes Goman. He's throwing dummies left, right and centre, but no one is falling for them. And the changeover comes. So fatigue really beginning to set in here for the All-Stars side. They're trying, but nothing is quite working at the moment. Brady goes deep. Finds Whitney. Threatens to link back up with Joseph. Does so eventually. Played just into enemy territory here. About 3 metres. Other side of the pitch. As Lois plays it. Joseph drops it around. Threatened to go the open side. Instead went to Joseph once more. That's been knocked down here from Stevens. Been the double digits. The All-Stars playing at the ball. To be fair, most of the decisions have been the right one. Certainly put a lot of pressure on the Goannas in terms of working those overlaps. As Lois plays it. Fires it off now. Into the hands of Whitney. Dropped off for Joseph. Wants that strike done. Gets a pretty good one here. Mackay at the line. Floating pass to the link. Beautiful ball, but the last pass leaves a lot to be desired straight at the feet of Jess Slade, and they've got away with one there. The All-Stars. So Stevens works it away. Quick hands as Mackay once more chiming in from that defensive line very quickly. Shut any opportunity down. So they drive forward and up towards halfway. Quick hands come out once more. Stevens, risky ball. He knew it the moment he threw it. Far too difficult for Perth Semple to reel that one in. Slade was already standing in the line. So another change over here from Albury. Mackay, always busy with the way he approaches his work, and here he is once more. Speculator pass out to Joseph, who takes it in nicely. Whitney drops it off. Back to Joseph, who waits for the supporting cast to arrive. Brady to Joseph, the dummy. Then the strike dump. Does very well here. Brady into the backfield. Needs to find support. Does so in the form of Simone Brady. No touch there. And it's Brady to Brady. It well and truly is the Brady bunch. 8 tries to 2. The Goannas now with a healthy margin right on the stroke of full time. And the Gunnedah Goannas very happy with that performance in the mixed seniors and for the Albury All-Stars. They'll need to do a little bit of recalibration before their next fixture. And at full time, it is a very, very comprehensive performance from Gunnedah. 8 tries to 2. Coming your way next, we move to the men's 20s division. The Central Coast Dolphins will take on the Maitland Redbacks in about 5 minutes' time on New South Wales Touch Football and Bar TV.